Wowza donkeys, yes, tomato sauce is my favorite sauce to make because of how versatile it is. But it will never be as loved as cheese sauce. So I'm going to weigh out 125 grams of plain flour, and that's going to go into a pan along with 125 grams of butter. Look, I don't want to get technical with the sauce because I want everyone to be able to make it. Every home cook, every mommy and daddy to be able to make the sauce. But sometimes being a little bit technical, just a little bit, makes your life a little bit easier. For example, weighing out ingredients. Get a scale, please. It will make your life easier, because then you don't have to make the same recipe twice. It's a waste of time. So get a scale. We're gonna weigh out the ingredients today, so we only make it twice. Sorry, once. We don't want much color on the roux because we want a white sauce, but we want to cook the flour for about 5 minutes on medium-high heat, so to get rid of that raw flour taste. Now every professional chef is going to tell you to infuse your milk with bay leaf and a studded onion, but which is right, but we are making a basic white sauce because we're going to chuck a load of cheese in it. Once your flour is cooked out and it's this consistency, and keep your heat on a medium, you're going to add the milk a little at a time. I like to switch to a whisk because it gives you a smoother sauce. Oh no, broke my whisk. Oh, and by the way, you want 8 parts milk to flour and butter. So I used 125 grams of butter and flour, and then I added a liter of milk. That makes sense. So once you've added all your milk, you're gonna let this simmer for 5 to 8 minutes just to cook the flour out. But this is the consistency you will get, and that's the consistency you want. And then for the cheese, I'm just using a plain old mature cheddar, which is, I think, the best cheese to make cheese sauce with. You can use whatever you like, but this is what your kids are gonna love you for. Cheddar. Open that bad boy. And great. Oh, and by the way, I'm using 250 grams, so double the amount of flour and butter for cheese. That's 250 grams of mature cheddar. And if you followed my steps exactly, you should end up with a smooth, thick, rich, creamy cheese sauce like this. I don't know if you've noticed here, I've not added any seasoning to this yet, because cheese is not salty. It's got its own salt in it. So what I'll do now, let's give it a taste. Bam ba na, ba ba da da da, bam ba na, bam ba. Hey man, go and make yourself some cheese sauce this evening. That stuff right there, I've not even seasoned it yet, is pa-ping! It's rich, it's creamy, it's got this it fills your mouth, and like a smooth mouthfeel that lingers, and then the umami from the cheese is just absolutely amazing. It's like, oh, there's a little bit of acidity that's there because of the milk that is in the cheese, but it's amazing, really amazing. Simple sauce that I think everyone should make, because your kids will love you even more. I've got kids, I know this, man. I got your back. I've got your back, mummies and daddies. Yeah, man. I made this sauce hundreds of times for different reasons in kitchens, professional kitchens. But every time I make it, that's my reaction. because it's so good. I'm not saying it's healthy. Never said that. It's good. It's just really good. Okay, kids will love you. Which leads me on to my next point. Mac and cheese. Has to be. The most famous cheese sauce dish is macaroni and cheese. So I'll make a bit of macaroni and cheese for me and my family tonight. So you can get jealous and then you go and make the same dish for you and your family. So I cooked some pasta earlier. I'm using fusilli because that's all I had. You can use macaroni or whatever pasta you want to use. That's what I had in-house. And that's what I'm using to make our mac and cheese tonight. So in with loads of cheese sauce, don't be shy. There's nothing worse than a dried out mac and cheese when it goes to baking. So you want loads and loads of cheese in there. Into a baking dish. Now I'm gonna let this bad boy rest for at least 20 minutes before I dig into it. It's gonna be piping hot, and as it cools down slightly, it'll be perfect temperature to eat and enjoy with my family later. Bit more. Good luck. Oh look, I don't want to blow my own whistle here and say I'm the best or anything, but follow this recipe exactly to the T, and then you will not have only learned how to make the perfect cheese sauce, but also the perfect macaroni and cheese. Cheers. So good. Bless me.